Hi, this is Emily. Today, I want to share something close to the heart: the power of dreams. We all have dreams. Some are big, some small, but all carry a spark of who we truly are. Yet, not everyone gets the perfect chance to chase them. Life can feel unfair sometimes. No school nearby, no mentor, no one to show the way. But does that mean we stop? No, because every dream starts with a step, even the smallest one. Imagine singing while cooking, humming while walking, letting passion guide your day. One simple act can grow into something beautiful if you keep believing. Dreams are not built overnight. They grow with patience, love, and persistence. And one day, the world might notice what you've been nurturing all along. So today, let's talk about chasing dreams with courage, with heart, and with hope. Dreams often begin quietly. They whisper to us when we're alone, reminding us who we want to be. For one young person, that whisper was clear: I want to be a singer. Simple yet powerful. But in their small hometown, there was no music school, no teachers, no stage, just silence and distance. Still, the dream didn't fade. It lingered in every heartbeat, waiting for a chance to shine. Most people would say, it's impossible. But dreams don't follow logic. They follow passion. And passion can grow anywhere, even in the quiet corners of everyday life. So, this young dreamer decided to sing anyway. No studio, no lessons, just pure love for music. They sang while cooking. They hummed while walking. Their voice echoed softly through daily moments. Every note became a promise to themselves, a reminder not to give up. At first, no one noticed. No applause, no recognition, just a voice in the wind. But every day, they sang again and again, because practice is not about perfection. It's about growth. And growth is often invisible at the start. You don't see it, but it's there, deep within. Every effort plants a seed. Every moment of dedication waters it. Slowly, it begins to sprout. In podcasts like this, we talk about dreams because they teach us resilience. We learn that conditions don't define success, attitude does. When you have a dream, you don't wait for perfect. You start with what you have. A dream doesn't ask for permission, it asks for commitment. Many people wait for the right tools, the right time, the right support. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The best time is always now. Our dreamer understood this. Instead of waiting, they began to act. They turned every task into a chance to practice. A song in the kitchen, a tune on the road. And something magical happens when you show up for your dream every day. You start building momentum. You gain confidence. You begin to believe more deeply. Even if no one else sees it yet, you know it's real because it lives in your actions. Dreams are not gifts. They are journeys. And journeys start with one step. So, if you have a dream, ask yourself, have you taken that first step? You don't need a perfect plan. You need courage to begin and faith to continue. Because every great story starts small, with a voice, a spark, a decision to keep going. The young singer didn't have resources, but they had passion. And passion, when nurtured, can turn into skill, strength, and opportunity. This story reminds us success is not about where you start, but how you move forward. The first step may seem small, but it's the foundation of everything that follows. Keep singing, keep walking, keep believing. That's how dreams grow into reality. So today, as you listen, think of your own dream. What's stopping you from taking that small, brave step? Maybe it's fear, maybe doubt. But remember, even in the simplest places, great dreams can begin. You don't need permission to chase what you love. You just need heart. Take one step today. Whisper to your dream, I'm ready. And let that be your beginning. Sometimes, chasing a dream feels lonely, especially when no one seems to notice your effort. But the truth is, every act of practice builds something invisible: confidence, skill, and identity. Our young singer didn't stop. Day by day, their voice became stronger, clearer, more alive. They sang while cleaning, while walking to the market, while folding clothes. Every ordinary moment turned into a silent rehearsal, a quiet act of devotion. That's how passion works. It transforms routine into opportunity. When you love something deeply, you find ways to keep it close, even in the busiest hours. And little by little, effort becomes habit, habit becomes strength, and strength becomes art. This stage of the journey teaches us something important. Progress often hides behind repetition. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, but it's powerful. Think of it like planting seeds. You water them every day, but the growth is slow and unseen. Still, you trust the process. You know one day something beautiful will bloom. That's what our dreamer believed. They didn't need applause to keep going. They found joy in the act itself, in singing, expressing, creating. And that joy became fuel, a reminder that passion is its own reward. Too often we look for validation, likes, compliments, approval. But true growth happens in private, when you're working quietly, unseen, just for the love of it. That's where the real transformation begins. Our singer's journey is a perfect example of inner commitment. No audience, no mentor, no spotlight, just a person in their dream. And yet, every song they sang carried energy, a vibration that reached beyond walls. Because when you pour your heart into something, the world eventually feels it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday that effort echoes back. In podcasts like this, we talk a lot about consistency. It's not glamorous, but it's magic. It's the difference between wishing and becoming. If you want to master something, you must show up, even when no one's watching. That's what builds trust within yourself. You begin to rely on your own dedication. You stop waiting for motivation, because action itself becomes your rhythm. This is the heart of discipline, not forced, but chosen with love. And once discipline meets passion, growth becomes inevitable. Our singer may not have seen immediate results, but they were growing every day. Their breath control improved, their tone deepened, their confidence expanded. They didn't realize it yet, but they were shaping their own voice, unique, real, and honest. That's what dreams do. They mold us as much as we mold them. Each repetition rewires the brain. Each effort builds resilience. Even in silence, progress was happening, invisible but unstoppable. So, what can we learn from this? That effort matters more than recognition. That showing up daily, no matter how small the step, is the path to mastery. You don't need perfect conditions, you just need commitment. Your kitchen can be your studio. Your walk can be your stage. Your voice can be your teacher. What matters is the choice to keep going. One note, one step, one day at a time. Because passion practiced daily becomes purpose, and purpose, lived fully, becomes destiny. So keep singing your song, whatever it may be. The world may not hear it yet, but it will. One ordinary afternoon, something unexpected happened. A small moment that changed everything. The singer was at home, singing softly while preparing dinner. Just another normal day. But nearby, a neighbor paused, listening to the voice floating through the open window. It was raw, pure, filled with emotion. Something real that touched the heart. Moved by what they heard, the neighbor decided to record a short clip on their phone. No fancy microphone, no studio. Just a simple recording of a beautiful voice. Later that night, they uploaded the clip online. No expectations, just a kind gesture. And that small action became the spark that set things in motion. Because sometimes recognition comes not when you chase it, but when you stay authentic. The video began to spread, slowly at first, then faster. People commented, "Who is this? Such a beautiful voice." Messages of encouragement started to appear. Hearts, shares, kind words. The dreamer didn't even know at first. Their voice was already traveling far beyond their home. It's a reminder of how small actions can create big ripples. A single person choosing to share your story can open doors you never imagined. And it all began because someone dared to keep singing, even when no one was listening. This moment teaches us something powerful. The world is always watching quietly. Even when you think your work goes unnoticed, someone might be inspired by it. That's why authenticity matters. You don't need perfection. You need honesty. People connect with truth, not polish, with emotion, not performance. And when your passion is genuine, it resonates naturally. The neighbor didn't share the clip for fame or profit. They shared it because it felt meaningful. That's how opportunity often finds us, through genuine moments, not forced ones. In a world obsessed with results, this story reminds us to value the process, to keep creating, to keep showing up, even when the audience is invisible. Because what's meant for you will find its way, often through unexpected paths. Soon, the dreamer saw the video online. Shocked, grateful, a little nervous. They read the comments. People love their voice. Some asked for more songs. For the first time, they saw how far their voice could travel. It was both humbling and inspiring, a sign that their effort had meaning beyond themselves. That one clip changed their perspective. The dream didn't seem so distant anymore. It felt possible, real, within reach, all because someone noticed. Someone cared enough to share. And that's the beauty of community. We rise higher when others lift us. So if you ever doubt your worth, remember this story. Your light might already be shining. You just haven't seen its reflection yet. Keep expressing, keep sharing, keep trusting that what you do matters. You never know who's listening. You never know who might be moved. Sometimes all it takes is one moment, one person, one act of kindness. The dreamer's journey took a new turn that day, from quiet practice to public recognition. And it started not with a grand plan, but with authenticity and persistence. So keep doing what you love. Stay true. Stay consistent. Because even the smallest voice, when filled with heart, can echo across the world. Over the next few days, something incredible began to unfold. The video continued to spread online. More people discovered the singer's voice. A sound so heartfelt, it reached across screens and hearts. Comments poured in, full of admiration and curiosity. "Who is this? I want to hear more." Strangers from faraway places sent messages of encouragement, kindness, and hope. For the first time, the singer realized their voice had power, not just to express, but to connect. All those quiet hours of practice were now resonating with people they'd never met. It's a powerful lesson. Even unseen effort has value. It builds something real within you. And when the right moment arrives, that preparation meets opportunity, and magic happens. The internet, often filled with noise, had amplified something pure and genuine, because authenticity cuts through chaos. When you speak from the heart, people feel it. The singer didn't expect fame. They weren't chasing attention. They were simply being themselves. And that honesty became their strength. That truth became their voice. The love they received reminded them the world notices real passion. Sometimes the recognition we dream of comes when we least expect it, but it never arrives by chance. It's drawn to consistency, effort, and heart. Each message, each comment became a spark, lighting up the singer's confidence. They began to believe not only in their dream, but in their ability to make it real. It wasn't just a fantasy anymore, it was a growing possibility. And this is what dreams often need: a moment of reflection, a sign that says, you're on the right path. In podcasts like this, we often talk about feedback, how it shapes our journey. Positive words can inspire, but they only matter when built upon solid effort. You can't skip the hard work. You can't fake authenticity. People always feel what's true. The singer's story proves that even small steps, taken with love, create ripples of impact. From a quiet house to countless screens, from a humble dream to a shared experience. It's not about going viral, it's about touching hearts. And when your work carries meaning, the world responds naturally. This part of the journey is a turning point, the shift from isolation to connection. It shows how important community is. We grow faster when we're seen and supported. But notice, it began with action, not waiting. The singer didn't wait for permission to start. They acted, and the universe responded. So, what can we learn here? Don't underestimate the power of sharing. Your talent, your story, your progress. It might inspire someone else to start theirs. When you give your best, the world often gives back, in its own time, its own way. The recognition isn't the goal. It's a reflection of your growth, a mirror of your devotion. And when you receive it, don't stop. Let it fuel you. Let it push you to the next step. Because true success is not a single moment. It's a journey of becoming. The singer felt gratitude, not pride. They knew this was just the beginning. They continued to sing, now with renewed hope and purpose. And that's the essence of every meaningful dream: to grow, to connect, to inspire. So, if you're on your path and still unseen, keep going. Your moment will come. Stay genuine. Stay patient. Keep sharing your light, because one day someone will hear it, and the world will open a little wider for you. As the days passed, messages continued to arrive. Invitations began to appear in the inbox. One message stood out: an offer to perform at a small event in the city. It wasn't a grand concert, but it was real. A stage, an audience, a chance to sing. For the first time, the dreamer's voice would step beyond their home. The opportunity felt both exciting and terrifying. Doubt whispered, "Are you ready?" But courage answered softly, "You've been ready all along." Because readiness doesn't come from perfection. It comes from persistence. Every song sung in solitude was preparation for this moment. Every step taken in faith built the foundation for this opportunity. And now, the door had opened. Not by luck, but by dedication. This stage marked a turning point, a shift from private dream to public journey. The singer knew it wouldn't be easy. The city was big, the stage unfamiliar. But they also knew one truth: growth lives outside comfort. Sometimes you must walk into the unknown to meet the next version of yourself. So they accepted the invitation, with trembling hands but a steady heart. As they traveled to the city, memories played like a quiet melody, every struggle, every song. They realized how far they had come, from a small town to this moment of possibility. It wasn't just about singing anymore. It was about honoring the journey. Every choice, every note had led here, to a chance earned through persistence. And that's something we can all learn from. Opportunities rarely arrive by accident. They are built brick by brick through consistent effort. When you keep showing up for your dream, doors appear, sometimes in the most unexpected places. The singer didn't chase fame. they chased growth, and growth brought opportunity. On the day of the event, they stood backstage, breathing deeply. The lights felt bright, the crowd unfamiliar, but their heart was steady. Because when passion meets preparation, fear transforms into focus. As they stepped onto the stage, a hush filled the room. Then came the music, simple, sincere, and full of heart. The audience listened, and something beautiful happened: connection. No one cared that the singer wasn't famous. They cared that the song was honest, because truth always reaches the heart faster than perfection. When the final note faded, applause rose like a wave, warm, genuine, full of love. In that moment, the dreamer understood dreams grow stronger when shared. It wasn't just about being seen, it was about touching lives. And through that performance, they discovered their purpose, not just to sing, but to inspire. This part of the journey reminds us opportunities favor the prepared. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to say yes. Say yes to growth, yes to challenges, yes to the chance to rise. Each opportunity is a mirror, reflecting the effort you've invested silently. So when your moment comes, embrace it fully. Step forward, even if your voice shakes, because that's how transformation happens. One brave yes at a time. The singer returned home changed, not by fame, but by belief. Belief that their dream was real. Belief that effort matters. And most importantly, belief that they were capable of more. From that day on, they continued singing, louder, bolder, with renewed purpose, because one opportunity can ignite a lifetime of courage. So if life offers you a small stage, take it. Don't wait for the perfect one. Each step forward is a song, and your journey deserves to be heard. After the performance, something shifted inside the singer. It wasn't fame or fortune, it was clarity. They finally saw what their journey had been teaching all along. Dreams don't come to you. You have to go to them, step by step, song by song. Every note sung in solitude had meaning. Every small effort was part of a bigger story. The performance wasn't the end. It was proof that persistence works. It showed that action builds bridges between where you are and where you want to be. In life, many people wait for the perfect moment, but waiting can become a trap. The truth is, perfection never arrives. Progress comes from movement. Each imperfect step forward is more valuable than 1,000 unstarted plans. The singer's journey revealed a timeless truth. Effort is never wasted. Every attempt plants a seed. Every seed with time becomes growth. When you keep walking, the path reveals itself. When you keep singing, your voice grows stronger. And when you refuse to give up, the world begins to open. This lesson is bigger than music. It's about how we approach every dream. If you want change, you must act. You must commit, even when the outcome is uncertain. Because dreams are not gifts, they are responsibilities. They ask for your patience, your courage, your willingness to begin again. Our singer learned that success isn't measured by applause or numbers. It's measured by dedication, the quiet kind, the daily kind, the one that doesn't quit. When you look back, you'll see it's not one big leap that changes everything. It's 1,000 small steps, taken with heart, that shape your destiny. Every early morning, every late night, every quiet moment of effort counts. Even when no one sees it, you're building something, inside and around you. And one day, those invisible bricks form a foundation strong enough to hold your dream. So keep moving. Don't wait for motivation. Let discipline be your guide, because passion may start the journey, but consistency keeps it alive. Our singer understood that persistence isn't just about working hard. It's about working with faith. trusting that each action matters. There were times they doubted, times they felt small, but they kept showing up. And that's the real secret, showing up, even when you're tired or unsure. When you do that, the universe notices. It responds with opportunities, lessons, and growth. You may not control the timing, but you control your effort. And effort over time becomes transformation. This story invites you to reflect. What dream have you been postponing? What step could you take today? No matter how small, maybe it's a song, a project, a conversation. Maybe it's believing in yourself again. Whatever it is, don't wait. Begin now. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum shapes miracles. The singer's journey teaches us that dreams don't reward perfection. They reward presence, the courage to act, to try, to keep going. So wherever you are, take a step toward your dream today. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be honest. And one day, you'll look back and realize every step mattered. The dream wasn't something distant. It was built one moment at a time by you. By now, the singer's journey had become more than a dream. It was a way of life. Each day carried new lessons, new moments of courage, new opportunities to grow. They learned that chasing a dream isn't about the destination. It's about who you become along the way. Every challenge revealed strength. Every setback built resilience. And every small victory was a reminder. Progress is made one step at a time. The singer no longer measured success by applause or attention. Instead, they found fulfillment in the act itself, in singing, creating, and sharing from the heart. That shift changed everything. The dream wasn't something distant anymore. It was alive in every moment. This is what persistence does. It transforms dreams into habits, and habits into reality. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Keep moving, no matter how small the step. You don't need to know the whole path. You just need to trust the next step. Because when you keep walking, the path unfolds. Opportunities meet you halfway. The singer's story reminds us that dreams grow in the soil of consistency and faith. It's not about speed. It's about staying the course, steady, patient, and hopeful. And when you look back, you'll see how far those small steps have carried you. This part of the journey is where the real transformation happens. Not just in skills, but in mindset, shifting from I hope to I believe. When you believe, you stop chasing perfection and start embracing growth. You realize that even mistakes are valuable. They teach, they shape, they guide. The singer embraced every moment, the quiet ones, the tough ones, the joyful ones, because each held meaning, each contributed to the bigger picture. Dreams aren't built overnight. They're built through devotion, the kind that shows up daily. And when you honor that devotion, the universe responds. Sometimes with opportunities, sometimes with lessons, but always with movement. This is why we say, never stop, even when it's hard, even when it's slow. Because the moment you stop, the story pauses. But if you keep going, it keeps unfolding. The singer's journey teaches us that the magic isn't in waiting. It's in doing. It's in the steady heartbeat of effort, the quiet courage of persistence. When you live this way, opportunities find you. People notice. Doors open. Not because you force them, but because you stayed true to your path. The world rewards those who keep showing up. So ask yourself, where do you need to show up today? What small action can you take that brings you closer to what you love? Maybe it's writing a line, singing a verse, making a call, or simply believing again. Every action counts. Every effort adds weight to your dream. And remember, success is not a single moment. It's the sum of all your consistent choices. One day, the singer looked back and smiled. The journey wasn't easy, but it was worth it. They realized the dream wasn't just about singing, it was about becoming patient, becoming strong, becoming someone who never gives up. And that's the true reward of chasing dreams, the person you become along the way. So, wherever you are on your path, keep walking, keep believing. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to stay present because every small step matters. Every moment of courage counts. And when you never stop, life finds a way to meet you with open arms. So, what can we take from the story? Dreams are not distant stars. They are paths we walk each day. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need courage to begin and faith to continue. Every small step matters. Every moment of effort builds a future you can be proud of. The singer's journey reminds us persistence turns hope into reality. You may stumble, you may doubt, but if you keep moving, the way will reveal itself. So keep chasing your dream with heart, with patience, with trust. Because when you never stop, opportunities find you. And one day, you'll look back and see the journey itself was the greatest reward. Your dream was never far away. It was always within you, waiting to be lived.